Justin Bieber recently caused concern among fans after sharing a series of sweaty selfies on Instagram, captioned simply, "Detox."
Hold up. Did the Biebers just soft launch a new PR stunt? Because all of this feels like way too much of a coincidence.
No matter what I say, it's like, the marriage is ending.
It's an emotional time in my life for sure.
The Biebers just dropped a surprise album rollout and a cryptic Insta story within the same 24 hours targeting fans.
So I'm gonna have a conversation with some people and we're going to get moving on a solution.
This is giving major preemptive strike energy against the divorce rumors that have been swirling around for months. Between Hailey's low-key but pointed story and Justin's swag release, it's starting to feel like they're speaking to us, just not in so many words. Is this damage control and designer brand packaging? Or is this a true comeback of a brand new Bieber 2.0? But what did Hailey say that has everyone spiraling? Yeah, you're gonna wanna know this one. Let's get into it. Let's start with swag. People all over LA and NYC started spotting the most random billboards displaying just the word swag in bold white letters on a black background. Literally zero context given at all. Boom, suddenly an email lands in all of our inboxes, confirming what everyone was thinking. A new Justin Bieber album drops this Friday. We haven't had a full studio album from Bieber in 4 years. He made an untraditional comeback, not even releasing a single song, not even a teaser. Literally zero hints given whatsoever. Of course it's a big deal. Why now? We'll get to that. But the timing? Chef's kiss. Because just when we thought Justin's surprise album drop was the headline, Mrs. Bieber said, not so fast. A few hours after the swag announcement hit, Hailey posted this to her Instagram story. Is it finally clocking for y'all, or do I need to spell it out? The internet exploded. Here came the Twitter threads, TikTok videos, and people diving into deep analysis on what this could have meant, especially since Hailey never followed up. She dropped a bomb, then dipped on us. So what's the tea? Most are reading it as a direct shot at the months of divorce rumors. You know who I'm talking about. The so-called body language experts, the blind item sleuths, the Hailey hasn't worn her ring since crowd. This was totally aimed at them. But on the other hand, some people think this was just a way for her to bring more attention to Justin's new album. I mean, this would be the perfect way to do it. Create more speculation. A carefully timed, razor-sharp post designed to flip the narrative away from drama and straight onto Justin's career. One thing for sure is that the Biebers are good at saying a lot without actually saying anything at all. Okay, now let's hit the rewind button, because the signs weren't just there, they were screaming in our faces. Breakup rumors around Justin and Hailey have been brewing for months. It all kicked off earlier this year when Justin suddenly unfollowed Hailey on Instagram, and then her dad. He refollowed later and blamed it on his account getting hacked, but fans weren't buying it. Then the attention was shifted over to Hailey. She started writing a few cryptic posts. Hailey shared a story saying, I am imperfect. I have been rejected. I still have purpose. Again, zero context. But with everything going on, it felt like a message. By March, she'd had enough. She clapped back at the constant TikTok gossip, calling them delusional. But even that didn't shut things down, but it only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, paparazzi kept catching Justin out alone without his wife, looking withdrawn and just done with life. Pair that with Hailey being seen without her ring in Anguilla. Pretty much convinced everyone they weren't together anymore, or at the minimum hit some sort of rough patch. But suddenly, Valentine's Day comes around and they're back together. A public show of unity on their Instagram. Sounds sweet, right? Not until you hear that Justin commented heart eye emojis all over Keke Palmer's page. Sounds a bit off, doesn't it? Ironically, just as Hailey closed a $1 billion deal with Rode, the rumors of a split between her and Justin started swirling. And the real shocker, there was no prenup between the two. The timing was almost too perfect. Let's get into swag, because this album is already feeling less like a music drop and more like a carefully crafted message. Sources say the album will feature 13 tracks, reportedly way more experimental than we've heard from Justin in a while. Think a little R&B revival, and yes, some unexpected collabs. The two biggest rumored features being Gunna and Sexy Red. This isn't really giving soft, loving husband vibes. It's more of a messy, internet core rebrand. It's also fueling the theory that Justin's trying to break away from the suburban husband image that's been following him for the past few years. Maybe he wants to feel like his old self, a punky teenager. The song titles are driving fans wild, pushing them into full-on detective mode. One rumored track name floating around: Dad's Love. People are reading it as a sarcastic jab at the narrative that he's emotionally distant or not mature enough for the whole husband and father lifestyle. And let's not ignore the timing, the biggest part of this scandal. Dropping an album called SWAG right as the divorce rumors hit a boiling point sounds like a statement. A statement that is very clear and very loud because what happened next was pure internet chaos. The second Hailey dropped that IG story and the SWAG press blast hit, the internet went into full-blown meltdown mode. On Twitter, people immediately started calling Hailey's post a direct shot at the breakup rumors and maybe even a little shade towards Selena Gomez. Her post read, "Is it finally clocking for y'all, or do I need to spell it out?" And of course, the memes came flooding in. Some of them compare Hailey's captions to Mean Girls quotes. The internet was loving it. Even news outlets didn't hold back either. NBC called Hailey's message strongly worded and noted she was echoing Justin's own "I'm standing on business" meme from earlier this year. Here's the real play and why the timing of all this is actually genius. Dropping the swag teaser just before breakup rumors hit another boiling point isn't random. It's called strategy, something the neighbors are clearly good at utilizing. Hailey's cryptic IG story didn't just stir the pot, it sidetracked everyone. Having people focus on a supposed split up, rather than the massive album launch that is soon to come, makes a lot of sense. This was planned, very much so. The Biebers know how to play their fans who are so deeply invested into their lives. They got them hooked and caught up in a whirlwind of drama that didn't even exist. It's smart. Now we want to hear from you. Comment what you think was the biggest tea spill of this video and what other wild theories you've heard. Do you think this album was a way to expose how Justin feels about his marriage? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep updated on the latest exclusive drama you don't want to miss.